Hi everyone, and welcome to the amazing episode 30. We made it to episode 30 episode of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm Luke, and joining me is...
Hi there, my name's Ben, and I'll be playing the level 5 gnome wizard Windsor Wallaby, along with his cutty little companion Mr. Wiggles, ready for some fun in the sun. Again.
Hello, all. I'm Carla, and I play the level 5 swole red-haired orange tiefling rogue, Integrity Addleberry, or Sintegrity Saddleberry.
Is that your cowboy persona?
I'm not trying to
I thought
sound
you were
like a
just saying that you
cowboy.
were sad, and I was like,
Howdy, y'all.
just put a hand on your shoulder. Are you okay?
My name's Integrity Saddleberry.
And I'm sad.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchant, the level 5 half-elf bard. She may have failed her exams, but she never fails to look stylish for summer vacation.
My name
Please help me.
My name is Sam, and I play Sarah Cinderman, a level 5 human sorcerer. And exams are done, and she's ready for fun. Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Beach
let's
to
go.
get away.
Go to the beach. Hey everyone,
Beach.
and welcome to the
Oh, go
beach episode.
They will never
sound
know
so defeated.
that you did
Mountain
that.
beach time!
I mean, it's pretty obvious when someone says
The air
something
quotes,
that's in
yeah.
air quotes. Last time on Trials and Trebuchets, this very show you're listening to as we speak to you live, the students wrote their history exam. Amidst difficult questions, the students saw the zoology building catch on fire, upperclassmen kissing, stealing, and then Integrity taking a fall. After finishing the exam, the students began packing for their 2-day trip to the dragonborn village of Lightmere, where they would accompany their classmate Silvilax Lightsun, affectionately called Silvi, coming-of-age ceremony. And that's where we find ourselves now. We have left...
That's what we're here for?
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely
Dude.
forgot.
Um,
I completely forgot about this.
So, yeah, you guys got 2 days off of school, as allowed by the...
I thought it was just, to just go hang out with Sylvie. And
No, she got a letter that was like, you gotta come back, and no one asked her about it, even though her roommate was sitting right in front of her. Her roommate didn't ask because she's a mean girl.
She was too busy praying to all the gods.
Yes.
Every god.
But yeah, you guys have 2 days off. The 15th
Snake.
and 16th.
Look out, there's hill snakes.
The 15th and 16th days of summer, which is the 2 days following your last exam, the Sunday and Monday. And you departed Wildcliff with your chaperone, Yithriax, who is Yithriax Lightsun, member of the Wildcliff Council of Administrators, and also potentially, probably someone important in Lightmere. Also joining you, obviously, is Silvi and her other friends, her better friends, one would arguably say, compared to the rest of the team, beyond Integrity, because Integrity is her good best friend.
I mean, that is true.
Yes, but Philip and Gnal. What is Gnal's name? One second,
Gnal,
please hold.
You just said it.
You just said Gnal.
Do you want me to pull up the thing again? It's
Gone all
Gnal
are...
Thirahel.
I
Thirahel.
thought you were going to say thick.
So accompanying you are
Firamel.
the humans.
Fear of hell?
I'm scared.
Accompanying you are the other human students, Lucia Evenwood and Gnal Firahel, who are, up until this point in the story, insignificant and irrelevant, but here they are.
They're together for
And
the
also
law.
Philip.
Hey, Philip.
So if any of them die, then I probably
Don't
won't care.
touch Philip.
So, did we want to skip through your guys' midnight hike, or did you guys want to chit-chat, paddywhack?
I think I would talk to Philip on
anyone.
the walk,
Dogbone.
but like I don't think it's anything significant. Just
Not about anything specifically,
no,
though?
we would just be talking about how everything went and like, is he excited about going to the beach and stuff like that?
Okay. It's very presumptuous of you all to assume there is a beach.
You have
I will
said
say that
before
very much.
there
Well, we
was a
dressed
beach.
for the beach, so there'd better be a beach, or
We're-
else we'll be
We're dressed for the
very
beach.
poorly dressed.
I'm
Hey,
dressed
Sylvie.
like I'm traveling through like a mountain hike. I got my gorp with me. It's great.
Which is what you're doing.
Gotta have the gorp.
That's a gorp.
It's all been hyped up as a beach, as like a beach theme, and Windsor's never
You've
been
been
to the
hyping
beach,
us
so
up
if there's
for
no
the
beach, it's going to be
episode.
severely
To
sad.
be fair, the fact that you've never been to a beach means we can probably point at anything and just tell you that's a beach.
Look,
Wow.
points at like a tree, like a swamp.
My favorite
This
part
is
of the
great.
beach is the rocky points.
Are we planning? Whoa, wait a second.
Hey,
That sounds.
Sylvie.
Careful, don't slip.
That's our actual conversation.
Yeah, Integrity. What's up? This is me, Silvi.
Hi, Sylvie. So, since I'm a wonderful friend in my head,
Yes.
I say that in my
Where
head.
is this going?
So-
oh, that was in your
Yeah,
head.
that was in my
I
head.
can read your mind.
This is in my head. This is in mine, Sylvie's head.
But I'm gonna be. Hey, Sylvie. So this
Hey, Integrity.
coming of age party. What's it about?
It's a ceremony. It's like a ceremony.
What's it about?
When
Coming
well,
of age.
when you turn 17, which is a big milestone for Dragonborn because we're adults now. We have in Lightmere, we have this big coming of age ceremony where you get blessed by Estar, and it's a big feast, and you light off fireworks, and it's just a whole big thing where the town celebrates because there's not a ton of young kids. So,
Celebrate
It's
just
real
for
important.
you?
well, I think there's a few other people who are turning into adults. It's like everyone in that year. It's not like my specific birthday.
Oh, so it's not like actual like birthdays.
No, my birthday's not till like
Second birthday.
yeah. Well, it's like a first
queen.
birthday because this is like my birthday's in like autumn, so it's like I get a birthday now and a birthday then too.
Oh,
But it won't be important, and I will not get gifts because everyone will already have given me gifts.
That's
Oh.
so exciting. I'm very thankful that you invited us.
I am very excited for you all to come and hang out. It should be very fun and hopefully good. Everyone is kind and kind. Everyone is
This
kind.
is sounding.
I'll put a reassuring like pat on her shoulder, and I'm just like, come on, let's walk.
Absolutely.
Hey, Integrity, I'm out of gorp. Do you have any extra?
Sereneth tosses you a bag of gorp.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, I have good gorp.
Wait, what'd you put in your gorp? Mine's just fruit and pretzels.
Oh, I have
So-
dried
Any
pineapple.
chocolate in?
Oh, shit. Where'd you get dried pineapple?
Holy shit, dried pineapple.
I asked
Herbology,
for
man.
it.
Damn. Make a note of it.
So I just remembered something that I didn't mention at the very end of the last
Oh, no.
episode, but when Yithralax was giving out the dried
Yithriax.
cherries, he only gave Integrity the dried cherries.
He gave the bag
And it-
to Integrity. It's up to her to distribute
Who
it.
then hoarded the cherries
Yes. So
while
what you're
Winsler
saying
is
is
still having a
when-
nauseous
well-
fit.
Well, here's the thing. Integrity doesn't really like
Winsler?
dried cherry. Dried cherry.
Listen,
Doesn't like
okay.
Winsler.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna step in here. Integrity is not Carla. Just because Carla doesn't like cherries doesn't mean Integrity can't like cherries.
But it's
If you want to make the executive choice of Integrity
that
doesn't
is-
like cherries,
that is
completely devoid of Carla not
Her-
liking cherries, that's
devoid
okay.
of cherries. Devoid of cherries. I mean,
There's
devoid of
only a-
Carla.
Unrelated.
Devoid
Devoid of
of
cherries.
Devoid of
cherries.
cherries.
Devoid of
Devoid.
Carla.
Cherries don't exist anymore. I decided.
There are no cherries. She just
Like-
throws them off the mountain.
I might not like Rappy Pie, but Winsler probably loves Rappy Pie.
What the heck is Rappy Pie?
Dude.
It's like you take mashed potatoes and then you take like you take chicken and you shred it and you just like throw it in a frying pan and like fry it.
So you have dried
Damn.
chicken?
That's
I know
weird
you can
gorp.
add other stuff to it.
I feel like chicken gorp is not something I want to gorp up with.
Gorp, gorp,
Well-
gorp, gorp, gorp.
Chicken-
While all
do
this
they make chicken
insanity is
jerky?
happening,
Anyways.
I'm sharing my gorp with Philip as well.
Absolutely. He eats your gorp.
Awesome. Guys are disgusting.
Okay.
Can we go back to the other word, please? I know we said we were gonna do this, but can we go back?
I'm gonna have to put like a pre-intro thing of like, hi, this is what gorp is.
Everybody but you knows
no,
what gorp is.
don't do that.
No one knows what gorp
Everyone
is.
knows what.
Hi,
You know what?
let me
Post
just
in the
say-
server out of context. Do you all know what gorp is? We'll see how people feel.
No one knows what the fuck.
That's
okay.
not true.
Okay.
Continue.
So unless there was any pressing conversations you wanted to have before you arrive, we can arrive. So
We
you
did it.
walk-
We're here.
Wow.
Yeah, you walk for
Nothing.
probably like an hour and a half. It's very warm and very like there's not a lot of like breeze. It's kind of just like this humid heat that's in the air. Or no, sorry, it would have been
Ew.
I think I misspoke previously. It is a drier heat actually.
Oh, thank God.
Like there's not a lot of moisture up here. and you walk for probably an hour and a half, taking it at a nice leisurely pace. It's not a very difficult hike whatsoever. Like, this slope is very kind, and it's a very wide open path. So to explain the actual layout, or like the landscape, you are on top of a mountain, but in a small recessed gorge with steep cliff faces. What are you smiling
I
about?
have no idea. It sounded like Gorp, and then it made me laugh again.
Okay.
Please don't pay any attention
I just
to
saw
me.
Sarah
I
like
just went tosses
smirk.
the gorp in the gorge.
It's the Gorp.
Anyways,
the Gorp.
so you're in it's like a very steep cliffed gorge. And oh my gosh, you children.
Sorry, Dad.
These cliffs probably raise about 40 feet from where like the path is. And there's like small shrubs, and it's mostly just like this gray stone that is what the mountain is made of.
Ah, yes, this lovely gray stuff.
Yes.
That's a beach.
So you arrive at a timber wall. In front of you there is a convex, so it is curved out towards you. Timber wall, like it's the type of wall where it is trees that have been stripped of their limbs and just shoved into the ground, right? So just logs sticking straight up with like spiked tops, and there is a set of doors, like a wooden gate, and then to the left there's a small almost like a guard tower that's like part of the wall, so almost, I guess ramparts would be a better word, and on there mounted to the wall is a large ballista, which no one is standing at. There is a person standing on this guard, or on the ramparts, but they're not like hostile. And as you approach,
We don't know that.
your chaperone Yithriax kind of shakes his large staff, which resembles a shepherd's crook, which has a symbol of Estar, two triangles leaning upon each other, one smaller than the other, dangling from it, which it consists of a few different pieces of metal, so it jingles in the quiet nighttime air, and the guard rushes down to open the gates for you.
Woolaloo.
I'm just
That's how
picturing
he
like the
does.
village from Asterix
Oh,
with the
gosh.
walls and
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, I get you. So upon entry, the guard closes the gates, welcomes you all. Welcome to Lightmere, travelers. I hope your journey was not difficult. Please enjoy our village while you are here. And then they rush back up to their
You're not
guard
going to show
post.
us around, are you?
Sylvie can show
I
us
will
around.
not. No, it's the middle of the
Thank
night.
God.
And they run back up to the guard post. Yithriax will say, Silvilax, you should be getting to your home now. You should rest up. The ceremony preparations will begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. So be rested. You don't need to go to sleep immediately, but you should get there eventually. I'm sure you're all very tired after your examination period. I will see you tomorrow. Farewell. Good night.
Where do
And
we sleep?
You don't have to sleep immediately. I'm not telling you to sleep,
I don't want
but
to be a.
you should sleep.
I don't want to be that tough parent. I'm the cool person here. You can
Where
talk
are we
to
gonna
me,
sleep?
kids.
Are you asking Yithriax?
Yeah.
On the ground.
You will be sleeping at Miss Silvilax's home.
Cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Her family has
sleepover.
been notified of our visitors. The entire village has been notified that we're having visitors, for which we are very excited. And her family has prepared their home for your stay.
For
So-
8
Shit,
people.
they all know that we're here.
With yes, for 8 people.
Sylvie, how big is
Well,
your
7
house?
people. Sylvie goes, it's pretty big as far as like Lightmere standards.
She lives
go.
in a
Oh
mansion.
hell yeah! Look at all
Um,
these rich kids.
so you guys are actually in town already. Yithriax wishes you all good night and goes off towards the city center, or like the village center. It's not very large. It is so these cliffs kind of opened up as you enter the village, and they curl around in a circle around a circular wall, this wooden timber wall. And there's 2 gates, one in the southwest, which you did not come in, and one in the southeast, which you did come through. And the ground here is concave. So you standing here can see that the ground slopes towards a center, forming almost what appears to be a large crater upon which the village is built.
We're in a volcano.
Oh god.
Not quite volcano-y. It's very shallow crater.
We're in a small cano.
God
a small
damn
cano.
it.
Yes. In the center of town, you can see from where you are, over the top of many. The houses are not very tall, and they all seem to be wooden walled with small domed clay roofs that are all painted
Not
different
very
colors.
fireproof, considering we're in a small cano.
Guys, please.
And so that allows most of you, not you, Winsler, you can't see over any of these houses. They're kind of like just above your eye line, where the roofs stop. They're very short, but the rest of you can see over them. And towards the
home.
center of town, there is a large clearing. The ground here is just like loose gravel, and there's some flagstones marking a actual road or pathway, but it's just like loose gravel, and it's all very nicely like raked into beautiful patterns.
Like a
and stuff.
Japanese rock garden?
Yes, like a rock garden.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of well-kept trees. It's a very incredibly orderly looking community. And Silvi leads you to her
So
house.
It seems.
And as you
Insight
approach,
check.
as you walk around, you see that there are small steps. There's small steps leading down, so that the actual floor of the house is recessed into the ground, which would explain why the houses are so short. They're kind of partially buried. And
I like that.
Yeah, and Silvi leads you into her or to her home. Make perception checks, I guess. Just generally walking around.
see a
This
bad
isn't for
guy in the
Silvi's
corner.
house.
Missed the
This is just
welcome
for
mat.
walking around, I guess.
1.
8.
Okay,
So that is a 14.
14. Winsler.
Winsler, what did you get?
4.
4. Wow, great job, everyone. Serenep,
house.
you notice it's not super big deal. Serenep, you notice that there is a door to the direct east on this circular wall, and a door again to the direct north on top of the two entryways. Walking around, like through a couple of the, through like one of the, like you walk on the main street and then come off onto a side street to enter Sylvie's house. And in that like short 2-minute walk, you probably see 2 other houses, Serenep, that have gold coins like nailed into the wooden walls.
Can I ask her about that?
And then, yeah. And as you arrive at Sylvie's house, you see that her house also has a ton of these gold coins nailed to it. And you ask her about it, and she just says, "Oh, it's just it's part of like the ceremony thing of just like marking your house and like wishing you good fortunes."
Do this or else your firstborn will die.
It's just a tradition.
Nice.
And she is going to open the small door and crouch or not crouch, but hunch over and go inside. The roof, I will say, inside is only about 5.5 feet tall. Is very
Sorry,
Oh, that's
Sarah.
perfect height for me.
is very short. Winsler, you're fine. It's great.
I feel at
Spacious
home
How
here.
are Dragonborn
but-
short?
They're not short. Some of them are short. Sylvie's like on the shorter end, and she's like 5'6". But like Mirundine's very tall, and all the other Dragonborn you've met are very
So
tall.
Mira has to
Like
kind of duck.
Yithriax is
Then I have to.
Yithriax is probably like 6'3". Like he's a large man. But yeah, all of you, I think, except Winsler and Integrity. And Integrity's 5'2", so she would probably duck as well, because she also has the horns. So like, you probably need a bit of clearance. So like, ducking is preferred. So as you enter, there is a fabric, like, curtain, like a cloth door in front of you. And the hallway goes right and left. And you can see cloth doors on either end there. And Sylvie will point to the right and say, my mom said that the storage room over there was for where they set up the sleeping bags, bedrolls for you, Gnall, Winsler, and Philip. And I think my room is where the other sleeping bags were set up. Over on the left is where she points. And just in case you guys wanted to drop your bags off, because that's something people do when they arrive.
Sure.
She will
totally,
also
yeah.
tell you, also just take your shoes off, or else my Nona will be really upset with
Take
you.
my shoes off.
She's
right
Asian.
away.
Yeah, totally.
Or Canadian. Wait, do you not do this?
Swiftly remove shoes.
Carla.
Carla, do you wear your shoes around your house?
No, you take your
No.
shoes off.
Yeah.
You take the shoes off.
They don't offer you like slippers or anything.
Oh.
It's just take your shoes
No.
off. And it's like a nice wooden like waxed floor. It's very nice.
Slip and slide.
Oh
time.
hell
And-
yes!
Gosh.
It's like those
Winsler,
things.
you and Ganal and Philip go over to the right, and you see that is a very small square room where there's a bunch of wicker baskets and like
Hot, small.
fabric sacks that are pushed into the corner. Like it's very obvious that this is a storage room, and they had to move a lot of things to accommodate 3 people. But there are 3 bedrolls set up on the very little floor real estate, and sitting on them is a small each bedroll has a small wooden box and some blankets on top of it.
This really does feel like home.
And then on the like a box, like a present box.
Oh.
And then in Sylvie's room you see a similar thing, except there's a bed, which is Sylvie's bed, and it's a very small like round feather bed. And then there's just a bunch of bedrolls set up and a ton of like bookshelves and like wardrobes and just like storage. Like there's no wall space that is not covered with storage. And you all see that there's like these woven gray blankets and little wooden present boxes on everyone's bedrolls, except for Sylvie's bed because she doesn't get a present for coming home.
Oof. Harsh.
You made it. That is your gift.
Would anyone like to open their gift?
Yeah.
I want
Sure.
to open.
Yes, please.
So you open it, and there is a small note that's written in very nice handwriting that says, on behalf of the Light Sun clan, we welcome you to Lightmere. We hope that you enjoy your stay. Please enjoy these pajamas that were made for you. And the pajamas are like some, as spoken about in last episode, very like Aladdin pantsy, like tight around the ankles, very puffy, and then tight around the waist, and then like a long sleeve like shirt.
Are they all like the same color and pattern, or is it like
They are all
complementing?
bright white,
Cool.
I love it.
like very clean white, which is like the same kind of clothing that Sylvie wears.
Very
all the time.
hotelish.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
Very
anything
Mr.
so clean.
Oh
Mhm.
no, he bursts in.
And then Sylvie is going to ask all of you to follow her into the main room. So, which is through the door immediately. As soon as you walked into the house, there was that fabric or that cloth curtain, and it's through there.
Ooh, curtain door.
And this is where like the domed roof is, so the ceiling kind of arches up a little bit. So it's a bit less cramped in here for the rest of you. But again, there is no single wall here that has nothing on it. There is a fire, or not a fireplace, is a fireplace the right word that I want to use?
Fire
A
pit.
hearth?
A hearth?
Fire pit?
A fire pit, I guess, with a chimney. I guess technically a fireplace, like a cooking fire.
Inside?
In the living room?
It's
hell
like not
yeah.
in the living room. It's against the back wall, and there's like a small chimney and
Oh,
stuff.
like those kind of medieval kitchens had those.
Oh,
Yeah, I think a hearth would be the proper word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And then there is a table, a very low table, and there's a bunch of like multicolored pillows strewn beneath it, and like a bowl of cherries and like a couple of big pitchers of this dark brown liquid. On the shelves, there's like jars of pickling vegetables and like just very well preserved foods. And in the corner is a large loom, and then a shelf with a bunch of different types of fabric and like half completed work. And then there's another fabric door against the back right wall. And sitting next to the fire, the fire pit, cooking some what appears to be some sort of meat of unknown type and some leafy vegetables, is a very old, very hunched over, very dull. Like Sylvie's very shiny and young, and this woman appears to be very old and tarnished. I guess I would say, like the actual gleam from her scales isn't quite what it used to be.
Eat your jerky, you little shit.
Whoa.
It's very like dull, and she's not very shiny. and there's some scales missing, and her skin is very saggy in places, and she just has this very wide face, and she's just wearing these like gray brown shawl, and she looks over and at Integrity at Silvi and gives this very big smile, and you see that she's missing a bunch of her teeth.
Aww.
And Sylvie's gonna go over and hug her and help her up, and she's gonna go, everyone, this is Nona Pella, this is my grandmother. Nona, this is all of my classmates. This is Integrity, this is my roommate. And she's going to reach out for your hands. Like, she's gonna go very slowly. She has a very hard time standing up, and she only stands up probably like, it's hard to tell how tall she actually is because she has an intense hunch.
Can I go run to her before she stands up so that she doesn't have to stand up?
Oh, absolutely. She can just sit there,
Yeah.
like cross-legged on the floor, and you can go over to her.
So I'll run to her
and
and be like, no, it's fine. And then I just hug her.
Absolutely. She gives you a very warm hug and like puts her hands on your face and like holds you for a bit and like squints at you, almost like she's having a very difficult time actually like focusing on your face. And then she gives you a very warm smile. But she doesn't say anything to any of you. And then she will greet the rest of you very warmly as well. Like you were old family, even though you've never met.
Blushes.
And she will, Sylvie sits down at the table. Her grandmother begins to offer you some of the food she is cooking if you would like to partake.
Yes,
hell yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
I'm gonna wait until like Sylvie or someone else takes a bite to make sure there are no like eating customs that I'm missing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
there's
a
no
good idea.
cutlery or anything.
Okay,
That's an
because I want to
important
pay attention to what
Oh.
she does to make sure I'm being respectful.
Yeah, I would have to watch. I don't know how to eat, though, cutlery.
note.
I'm just gonna eat, consume.
Just opens mouth, vacuum noise. Everything flies in.
Pulls out a metal straw.
Nona looks over. I like this one.
So as you all eat, it tastes like some sort of bird. It's fairly gamey. Like it doesn't taste like chicken or anything. And then
Would you say that the taste is probably more accurate to pheasant?
it's maybe
Maybe it was a pigeon.
Okay.
Maybe. It's probably a bit gamier than pheasant in all reality.
Okay.
Like, it's a very strong, rich taste, and it would probably give you a headache if you ate too much of it, or just make you fairly sick to your stomach if you're not very used to the taste.
Like quail.
Maybe. I've never had quail, so I couldn't say. So after she serves she'll try to serve food for you all, but Sylvie will very quickly take over and begin handing out plates of food to people. And then she will help her grandmother through the cloth door and to the other room and help her get to bed. And then she will come back out and sit. So yeah, there's this dark, it's like a translucent brown drink that's in the pitchers. There's cherries, there's grilled vegetables, and meat. What do y'all want to eat? What do y'all want to check out?
That's a good
I think
question.
Serenep's is gonna head outside because she's not used to having to hunch over. So
Well, you'd be sitting down at this point.
yeah, she's like stretching out her back now.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that feeling, yes, where you're like,
Bend
Yeah.
backwards, help.
So yeah, you're all sitting down on these very comfortable, very cushiony pillows.
I'm gonna try the
on the
brand
ground.
drink.
The brown drink is an incredibly, incredibly sweet drink that has like some herbal hints to it. It's almost like a sweet tea, but like not quite.
Sounds good, sugar.
Weird.
It's very southern.
And then if anyone wants cherries
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
as well.
I'm gonna pop some
Okay.
Want some more
Yeah.
gorp?
in my mouth.
Sorry, I
The-
know you made all this nice food for us, but I got some agorp on.
Let's just eat gore.
I'm just gonna eat pretzels
Sylvie
from my
wants some
plastic
Gorp?
bag.
The cherries are just some moderately sour cherries. They seem to be like fermented or partially preserved, but like they're kind of sour.
Valid.
And after eating and chatting for a little bit, you finish off all the food, and Sylvie is going to say, does anyone want to like do something, or are we just going to go to bed?
Well,
We
like,
can do
what is there to
something.
do here? Because, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of fun stuff.
We could like play a game or something.
Sure.
Yeah, totally. I haven't had a sleepover in, like, forever. I mean, I guess technically every day's a sleepover because I have a roommate, but Alina's kind of, like, really
Uh-huh.
big on the sleeping. I'm super down for a game.
I've never had a sleepover before, so I'm kind of excited.
Are we not?
I
Are
haven't
we
had
not
one in
going
a
to
long
clean the
time.
plates?
Well, yes, obviously.
We can clean them. Absolutely. We can clean. We can clean. You
I want to use prestidigitation to clean my plate.
Show
look
off!
at you. Such a precious guest. What a good house guest.
I will bring them. I will ask if there's a sink or something, and I'm gonna start washing them off.
There's a small wash
Oh, hell
basin
yeah.
And then I'm
over in the corner.
I'm going to take my plate and point it to Winsler. Winsler.
Lucy
Because
is gonna...
I'm nice, I will.
Please?
Because I'm nice, I will help clean the dishes with prestidigitation when I can.
Okay. Lucia, the brown-haired human extra,
Yes.
is gonna be like, oh, that's a really good idea, and do the same thing because she's also a wizard nerd.
Hell yeah.
Um,
An
Prestidigitation,
important
pal.
piece
And
of trivia. I'll definitely write that
you
down.
all quickly clean up the plates and are now sitting around brainstorming. And so, does anyone have an idea?
I
Truth or dare?
am
'Cause-
going to go over to where the loom is. And
Okay.
how much is there plenty of fabric around where this loom is?
Sylvie's going to. Are you like gonna make an investigation? What are you looking for? There's tons of fabric. Yeah, on the. You don't have to make an
Okay,
investigation.
I would just like to take. Okay, well, that's not great.
It's fine. It's there. It's not difficult to see.
Okay.
Everything is kind of like stored in the open.
So I was thinking of like maybe taking some fabric and like maybe putting together like a blanket fort.
Sylvie will speak up and say, I don't think that that's a very good idea. My parents are very particular about it's like their job, and I don't think that they would be super happy about some guests coming. As happy as they would be to have you here, I don't think that would my mom would be very upset if you did that.
Sarah, I sit up again after stretching. And I say, I brought a couple of games.
You brought games with you?
Well, I wasn't. I had to ask some other people, and you're supposed to bring games to these, yes? She looks around the table. She's like, "Did I make a mistake?"
Sylvie shrugs. She goes,
Is it Twister?
What
I don't know
games
what
did
that
you
is.
bring?
Well, these are games that I used to play when I was younger in the court. There's a couple of card games I know. I didn't bring any board games though.
There's this one called Catacombs and Krakens.
Oh
I've-
my
yes,
god.
Can we
Brought the
can we
rule books?
role play?
I used to
So
play those
here-
with. I used to
okay.
play that with some of the maids.
Okay, you brought that up. That was one of the original names that this was going to be.
It was going to be Castles and Krakens.
That's
but
terrible.
But
Which
there
is not
haven't been
good.
Krakens
It's not a
yet.
good name. It's-
Wait, there.
Sorry.
anyways,
I told you.
When
There's
was
also
Kraken
been no
gonna show up,
trebuchets.
Luke?
There's no trebuchets in this.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they can pop
Crabs
up.
and castles.
Should have called it Trials and Trains, maybe then. We'd have some good technology in this.
So you brought card games and
Yes.
stuff? Or you brought cards to play games with? You can play cards for a bit.
Yeah.
Sylvie will say, I prepared for the eventuality that no one would have a...
I said truth or
Idea.
dare. No one.
Oh, you said
okay,
truth
fine,
or dare.
truth or
That's a good
dare.
one.
Bottle?
That sounds
No,
like
no,
way
I
more
don't want-
fun.
I was really quiet.
Sylvie is going to say, I was thinking we could just play coppers. Have any of you played that?
Is that like you get
No.
copper coins?
Is
if
that
you
like
win?
the game guards?
It's like the one where you put a cup in front of you and then you have to bounce a copper piece, and if you get it in the person's cup, then you get to give them a punishment.
Oh,
Oh,
But not like a bad thing, but just like,
okay.
you know?
I'm up for
Oh,
playing.
I like
Sure.
that.
Sure.
So
Arriving
you
at a
all
new town and
grab it
starting
and
by
Oh, wait.
playing games. This is never a good sign.
Am I rich enough
It
to
is a
actually play
trend.
this game?
I'll give you some copper pieces if you really yeah.
I probably have a few copper pieces of my own.
yeah, you guys can pool copper pieces. Everyone definitely
I
has
was
some
really
copper
worried
pieces.
there.
Is
and
there
I
an,
was
like
make
one
a-
is there
copper
an
piece is
ATM
like
in town?
super valuable.
There's no ATM
Damn
in
it.
town, no.
Is there a coin trader?
But you can very easily. They'd probably be
1-800
closed. It's
copper
like
now.
We buy gold.
it's like midnight. There's no coppers. Or there's no
gold.
coin traders.
There's that one
You
shady
all,
dude.
but like Japanese students going to McDonald's, you all pour out your copper pieces on the table.
What
Nice
is this
image.
reference?
It's because they go and pour out fries or something. Like you go to a fast food restaurant, get fries, and they pour
Everybody
them all
just
out.
a big
anime?
pile of them.
Yeah, so you get like a pile. It's like an actual thing people do.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen that, yeah.
Oh, Ben,
Pretty-
when you went to
pretty wild.
Japan, Ben?
Participated in this
No,
before,
but I've seen a gif of it.
but
Japan
not
tonight.
in Japan.
A
No,
thousand
that's a
hundred
Anyways.
miles from
Anyways.
Japan tonight.
So you all have...
Sean
a
Mendes,
bunch
if you're
of
listening, I
copper.
love you.
That's getting cut.
Wow,
Maybe this will convince him to join the
special guest
Discord,
Shawn
given that
Mendes.
he's been
When
listening
did you
since
get
episode
here?
1.
So you all have a bunch of copper coins in front of you. Everyone has an empty cup in front of them. The rules are simple. You will roll a you will declare your target
Okay.
and roll a d12.
Okay.
They will die.
Accidentally used
On a-
Scorching Gray.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Hey, you guys have all been making fun of me for it. I'm making fun of myself now.
I never made fun of you, cousin.
Thank you, cousin.
So it's a D10.
Let us
You
go
roll a
bowling.
d12.
Okay.
Oh yes, excellent.
You must declare your target. You then roll your d12. You cannot target the same person multiple times.
Okay.
So like if
Okay.
Integrity targets someone and then Winsler went, you could not target the same person.
Okay.
And if you get the coin into someone's cup, you need to choose someone else,
Okay.
right? So you can't just keep hitting the same person's cup.
You can't just repeatedly punish somebody.
Correct.
Over and over.
Okay.
Okay.
I like these rules.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds fun,
so
Silvi.
who would like to start?
I would like to start.
Who would you like to target? Everyone is kind of arranged with their cups in front of them and a little pile of coins.
I would like to target Silvi.
Okay.
Ooh.
Please go ahead and roll.
Starting off strong.
Mhm. Do I add anything to it or no?
I need to get a seating arrangement because it's
Oh,
important.
okay.
1 second.
Is this literally just like
I
spin the
require
bottle?
seating.
But
You do not-
This is not spin the
It's not
bottle.
spin the
Wait a
bottle.
second.
Well, Philip is here, so I mean,
Guys.
this should be great for you.
Guys.
Fair enough.
Guys.
This is how the love confession happens.
I couldn't handle watching two people make out across the goddamn courtyard. I'm not dealing with this right now.
Yeah, but this time it's Philip and you.
It's Philip.
Yeah.
Would that have been like a perfect distraction if I had rolled like a 1? It's like you suddenly start thinking about Philip, and it's like, well,
Nah.
okay.
Okay. I'm going to send you guys. Okay. I'll just start at. So we're starting. I'm going to use clock terminology
Okay.
at 12 o'clock, and we're going to go clockwise. Okay. So
Yep.
Sylvie's at 12, and then Silvi, then Philip, Mira, Winsler, Lucia, Ganal, Integrity, Serenepth. So Serenepth, you're across the table from. You're at like 11 o'clock across the table from Philip.
Okay.
Mira, you're
Oh.
across the table from Ganal. You're sitting next to Winsler and Philip.
Everyone's favorite NPC.
Integrity, you're across the table from
Lucia.
everyone's favorite NPCs, Ganal and Lucia.
I totally
Integrity
lost
t-
that.
They become like the most important characters at the end.
They're probably having more exciting adventures than we are, and we'll just never know because we don't care enough about them to ask.
So I'm just going to infiltrate myself into Ganal and Lucia's like clique, and then I'll just
Okay.
report back.
Great idea.
They're
see
like,
what
yeah,
happens.
on our
You
Planet
find
Assemble
out
trip,
that-
we killed a dragon.
Wait, what's the order of people?
From 12 o'clock, it is Sylvie, Philip, Mira, Winsler, Lucia, Ganal, Integrity, Serenepth.
Yes.
So,
I was expecting someone to write bitch on that.
Damn it.
Mirandine's not here.
Aww.
Rude.
I guess.
Because no one
Um,
wants him here.
So Integrity,
Oof.
you're gonna try to flick that. Who are you gonna try to target? You need to declare your target, please.
I declare Sylvia.
Okay. Please roll a d12.
I already did.
And what was it?
I don't need to add anything to it, right?
Nope. No
I
addition.
got an 8.
No bonus. An 8.
Nice.
You aim and bounce the copper piece, and it bounces in a way which you did not expect and shoots off and lands in your cousin Serenepth's cup.
Oh shit!
And then so everyone like makes like that sound that Ben just made where they go oh, and then Sylvie says, okay, so now Integrity, you have to give Serenepth like a punishment.
A punishment is not a dare, right?
It can be a dare, I think.
Sin.
No, what?
And
Tell Philip you like him. No.
Guys,
No.
Serenepth leaves
Confess
the
your undying
group.
love to Philip.
Serenepth, I punish you to...
Okay. Okay.
Serenepth, I punish you.
In the name
Ganal.
of the sun,
Kind
moon.
of.
I've never seen
Ganal.
Sailor Moon, but that
Kinda
Ganal.
terrified.
In the name of all the gods.
Ganal, sitting next to you, Integrity, just says, isn't it like your punishment is? Wouldn't it be that?
Yeah, of course. Serenepth, your punishment is to, walk with your hands for a minute around us.
What?
In circles?
That's like really hard. That's like really hard integrity.
Around you.
Fucking a minute-long handstand while she's going duck, duck, goose around us?
raises...
I don't think Sereneth can
Yes,
like fit.
Sereneth raises... Like, yeah, the roof is kind of low. If we go outside, maybe.
I don't think we should go outside.
Oh,
I think that would disturb our neighbors,
Okay.
and that would
You just
embarrass
see a
me.
fucking,
I'm sorry,
like,
Sylvie. I'm sorry,
Giant
Sylvie.
lady
Okay.
who's just doing a handstand and walking around in circles.
Okay. Never mind.
well, I mean...
Serenith, I punish you
Okay.
to burp 5 seconds of your favorite song.
Burp 5 sec... Okay,
Oh,
she rubs
my
her chin.
God.
She's like, I can't burp on command?
You can try.
I guess. She's like very confused.
Yeah,
like,
just do your best, I guess. And Philip is like smirking at you.
she just like glares at him and she just...
Aw.
Oh, no.
Okay, do I have to roll for this? Or
Roll a
burp check.
Constitution check.
Okay. You fail. You throw up.
Oh, my
Can
God.
I be genuine? I can actually make myself burp on command, but Sereneth cannot. Just saying.
Roleplay.
Okay.
I haven't done it in years, and the last time I did, I actually almost got sick, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh no.
That is a 23.
Dang it.
I would say you can adequately burp.
She...
What song? What song does she sing?
Let's see. What song was she sing?
You probably get like a 2-second burp, and then it's just you singing
Okay.
for 3 seconds.
She is going to burp. I don't know what kind of music is there in?
Tons of music
Happy birthday.
I'm like so tempted to
Kazoo.
actually do this, but
to actually burp.
but I have to
Please
make
don't
up
vom
a
on your
song
mic.
first. I feel like it would be a song that she and Philip both know because he's like enjoying this too much, so she's gonna.
Yeah.
It's a
There's, like,
song
bumping
it's a song
tunes.
that he sang when he was younger, and he was like really
Oh,
into this
that's
one
good.
band.
That's really
Yeah.
good. Okay,
Is she
that's
going
great.
to sing their song?
No, it's like a
Um,
song that she like accidentally walked in on him singing one day, and she was like, "I'm using this as blackmail forever."
Philip claps for you, and then so does Sylvie. Sereneth, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Uh,
Who's target? Who would you like to target?
she's
Declare your
targeting
target.
Philip because Philip
Okay.
Lock on
was
target.
All
he was
right.
enjoying that too much.
Please roll a d12.
Oh hell, a 10.
A 10. It lands perfectly in his cup. Great bounce. Does like the little like swish around it. And then yeah. What is your punishment for Philip?
Philip. She like crosses her arms. Your
He looks
your
nervous.
Punishment.
He says, "I'm very nervous."
Nothing bad. Your punishment is to name the first 5 songs of the Piper's Fifth in order when they first started. Because this is the band that Philip was obsessed
Sereneth
with.
is like one of those guys who sees a girl wearing a band t-shirt and is like, pick 5 of their songs.
Oh my
No,
God.
the song she
Gatekeeping.
like burped was from the same group. So,
Mm.
because like she knows that he likes their band, she likes them, so she's like named their first 5 songs because she knows that he knows them by heart.
He's going to like roll his eyes and say, "What was the name of the band?"
The Piper's Fifth.
The Piper's Fifth. What genre is it?
It's like it's folksy, but it's enough that our parents never let us listen to it. It's like
Folk rock.
folk rock.
He's going to say, "Easy. Stairway of Secrets. Finding His Time Song.
Their great time song.
Light Memories. Magic Forever. I Am Trouble. Easy.
She like
Sereneth."
starts clapping across the table like I never doubted you.
I am in trouble.
I am treble.
That song alone is enough for the parents to like ban it.
I hear the
Yeah.
title of the songs and I'm just like, what the fuck were they listening to?
This is no, hear me out. In a family where classical music is the only acceptable thing, this was like anarchy.
Rebellious as fuck.
Yes.
Listening to Elvis is like rebellion in 2019.
Listening to Elvis was rebellion when he was alive because of his
But that's
hip
what I'm
movements.
saying. Now it's not, and that's why it's like
His hip movements were too much for the ladies.
that's true.
Rest in peace, King.
So it's now Sylvie's turn. Sylvie is going to target Integrity.
Why is it Sylvie's turn?
It's Philip's turn.
Because Sylvie is after Sereneth.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, because it succeeded.
You just go around the circle.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Philip next, then me, then Windsor. Then
It's not
Windsor,
like
then
it
Colin, then
goes to
Megan.
the person who got it in the cup.
Okay.
It goes around in a
Okay,
circle.
I'm sorry.
So Sylvie is going to target integrity, obviously. Revenge, shot for shot.
Didn't even get it the first time.
And is going to bounce it perfectly. Sylvie's been playing this game since she was 3 years old. She has hustled you successfully hustled you all. And it lands in your cup, and she points at you and slides the large, freshly topped off pitcher of sweet tea, and she goes, "You need to drink
Fuck,
that
that was gonna be
entire
mine."
thing."
I have to think of a new one.
Like through my mouth?
Yeah.
Yes. What? How else would you drink it?
What? Sir,
Through my mouth.
Through your
and
nose?
do you have Integrity? Is there a secret trick that we never knew about you?
I mean, I could probably try it, but since she said to just do it through my mouth, then I'll do it through
You
my
have
mouth.
to drink it. You have to drink the entire thing. She seems very pleased with herself.
Like in one go?
At once. Just once. Yes. One gulp.
How much is this?
It's probably like 2 liters. Like it's a big
Holy
glass
shit.
pitcher.
Oh my god. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And I look at Sylvia and I'm like, why?
She's just smiling. She's very
She's
pleased.
very happy with herself, huh?
Does my suffering amuse you?
I got an 8.
Oh,
To drink.
Yes.
So you managed to gulp
There
down.
goes all the white clothing.
I don't add anything to it, right?
I don't think we changed into
No.
our white clothing yet, did we?
Did you guys change into pajamas?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I did.
Yeah, it's like sleepover. You know, it's fun to
Yeah.
wear your PJs. and
Sylvie's in her
gossip.
pajamas.
Oh, I haven't changed. We didn't have the
Serenix is
time
still-
to change.
Serenix is still kind of wearing her dress thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Everything is just going to get trashed.
Ganal and Philip are wearing their pajamas. Lucia's not. And nor is Sereneth nor Integrity. Okay.
I didn't know we were supposed to
Established.
change.
Wonderful. It's okay.
Yeah, you never said like, "Hey guys, you guys want to change into your things?"
I'll
And I was gonna be
drink
like,
it.
Well, okay.
"Do it."
So
Oh.
you probably you hold it to your mouth for probably like 2 or 3 seconds, and then you like feel a cough coming on, but you're like, I can do this, I can do this, and then you just like, and like a big like bubble of it just, or like a big splash of it just shoots out. So like your face is now has sweet tea on it, the table has it on it, and Sylvia's giggling to herself.
Dangerous.
Someone grabs for napkins or like a cloth and hands it to you to
Sereneth,
wipe everything
like,
up.
Oh.
I'm gonna wipe my face. Like, I can only imagine there's also liquid inside my nose, and it's not a comfortable
Yes,
feeling.
it's like when you laugh and it shoots out your
Yeah.
nose.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a nightmare.
and it just like burns, and it's just like it's very like it's a very sugary drink, so your face is very sticky.
Ugh. Can I run to the sink of the thing and wash my face?
It's like a wash basin. It's not like a sink. There's no plumbing here, but there's like a pail of water. Yeah,
Is the water clean?
it's relatively
Okay,
clean.
I'll just like grab a little
I
bit and
washed
just like
this,
pat
isn't
my
it?
face.
Okay, your face isn't sticky. Don't worry. It's now Philip. You should Philip target.
Everybody.
Philip throws
He casts
7
multiplier.
coins.
Mastermind Philip
He's going
torments all of
to
us.
I knew he would destroy the world someday.
he's going to target Ganal, everyone's favorite NPC.
Yeah.
It's Ganal time.
I'm
gonna all time.
appalled at this.
Oh,
God.
fuck, that's good.
No.
So he bounces it, and it does like a very similar thing to what Integrity's coin did, and shoots off and lands in her cup because she's sitting right next to him, and their cups are very close. He's going to say, "I dare you." That's Sylvie's voice, Luke. I dare you to.
I punish you.
I punish you. Your punishment is
Ganal's like, "You're
to eat a spoonful.
punished." Of
Sylvie,
sugar.
do you have any like really pungent spices? And she goes, "Oh, ha, yeah, we do." And
Oh,
like
no.
runs over to one of the shelves and grabs like this bright red or like bright orangish powdery spice, and like opens the little jar and hands it to you.
This is
With
the
this-
origin story of how Sylvie becomes more hated than Mirandine.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they're not
To be
doing
fair,
it to us, so it's okay. We laugh.
Philip is the
Mirandine
one who did
Redemption.
it.
So Phillips says, my challenge for you is that you need to eat a spoonful of that.
Cinnamon challenge.
Oh no.
Oh god.
It's either cinnamon or it's paprika.
She
Cayenne.
spits it out.
The
It
death,
gets into
the
all
death
of
of
our
integrity.
eyes.
Can I smell it
You can smell
before
it.
she goes?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna smell it. And, like, I'm going to react.
It's-
Like, you know how people are like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it smells very spicy.
Oh, shit, it is cayenne.
Cayenne challenge, a Gia edition.
Oh no.
My name's Silvi. Welcome to Jackass.
And she gives you a spoon and sits back down and looks very happy.
My name's Sylvie. I am the jackass.
So are you gonna do it, Carla?
Oh.
Or integrity?
Yes. I have no choice.
You have a choice. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, says Sylvie.
Just means you're a wimp.
I'm gonna stare at Sylvie.
Whispers
It just super
Winsler.
does. It does mean you're a wimp, and you do skip
Well,
your turn.
I can't do that. I can't be a wimp. I am not a wimp. I'm a strong, independent woman who can put this in my mouth. And I thought they
Make
didn't
your
have utensils. How can it be spoonful?
They have it's like a serving spoon.
Oh, those are big.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Those
a
are
big
huge.
spoon.
I was
thinking of
It's
a
a very
teaspoon.
big spoon.
Holy shit.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's a big
Fucking good
spoon.
luck.
I feel like,
I am going to just like stare at Sylvie and be like,
hear me out. If it was dangerous, I don't think Sylvie would have given you.
True, just
you
super
take a
gross.
full
Correct.
serving spoon.
What if
She's
it's not
kind.
dangerous to Dragonborn? What if it's dangerous to everyone else?
Correct.
Sylvie, I'll do this, but if I die, please find me a pink topaz and make my pet alive, and then I put it in my mouth.
And make a Constitution save.
Oh, God.
man.
Oh no.
Perfecto. That is a natural 20.
Oh yes.
It's you have a dry mouth. It's a very dry mouth. And you cough a few times and little puffs of bright orange spice pop out.
I love the look
But
of that.
It's not like
I look like a dragon.
you do. It's like you're breathing fake fire. And it's not easy, but it's not I don't know if any of you have done the incredibly dangerous, don't do it at home cinnamon challenge where it's just
No.
like impossible and you die because it's a fucking lung irritant and you're just like choking. It's not that level, like it's not that level of fine-grained spice,
Plus, I'm
but
fire
it is still
resistant.
very sure. It's very spicy. Your mouth is like numb. Your lips are swollen. Your eyes are tearing.
But she's not a wimp.
Sylvie pours you. You're not a
Easy.
wimp.
I'm not a wimp.
Arms are heavy.
Sylvie pours you a cup of sweet tea as you finally.
Is it the same
Finish.
one that I spat out?
Well, it's your own spit. Who cares?
Yeah, it's yours. No one
No
else can drink
backwash.
it now.
Ew.
It's like when you lick things to claim them as your own.
And everyone seems very impressed with you, and everyone seems to come to the agreement that you are not a wimp.
And
You
then
get
I'm
plus
gonna
10
wink.
reputation.
And then I'm gonna wink at Philip.
Philip looks at you and then looks around quizzically,
Because
as if that was supposed to impress him for some reason. He's confused.
Because he
Sarah,
did this to me.
motherfuckers.
He did this to
Yeah.
me. So I'm just like,
Accidentally.
ha, you thought.
Bitch.
You
You thought.
Mira,
Yeah, okay.
who would you like declare your target?
I'm gonna
This is a
target
weird
Lucia because I noticed she hasn't really been included thus far, and
She has not
I
been
want to make
included
sure
thus far.
everyone feels included in these horrible
Okay.
tortures.
She
What
looks
a good
very
person
nervous
Mira
that
is.
you've declared her as your target.
7?
7.
Oh no.
It's context dependent. Odds and evens have connotations. You bounce the coin and it pulls like an L hook move, like a hockey stick move, and bounces directly back towards you and lands in your adjacent cup, which is Winsler's cup.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. Okay.
This copper
shit.
is acting weird today.
Okay.
They're all like lumpy, weird.
Am I able to
That's
keep the copper after this?
It's also a game of poker. Don't ask questions.
I'm going to grab one of the cherries and I'm gonna say, okay, Winsler, tip your head back. I'm going to place.
Sylvie is gonna like hit the table and go, Nona has really sour ones if you want them.
No. That's not the.
Okay.
Sylvie
Okay.
is
I'm not-
so
it's not about
evil.
eating it.
I love Sylvie, can I just say?
True. She's actually like so bad.
Sinister.
Okay, you have to. I'm gonna put it in his forehead, and I have to say you have to get it from your forehead to your mouth without using your hands.
Oh.
Without using
That's
my hands.
good.
Okay.
You guys ever done that with a slice of cheese?
Or like a cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I've done it
Oreo,
with a
yeah.
cookie.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
What check is this?
Performance.
Would it be like dexterity?
Oh,
It's
dexterity.
either I think
Or would it be
performance
or
is
would
good.
it be like a
Sleight of
concentration
hand?
check?
Sleight of face?
Sleight of hand or performance, your choice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do sleight of face. That's a 10.
10. The cherry, you like start tilting your head forwards and it rolls down and like some of the juice gets in your eye and then you're just like and it just falls onto the ground.
Oh.
No, I'm blind.
I laugh.
You're
Can't
blinded.
see.
Your left eye is in excruciating pain now.
Wait, where am I sitting
fuck.
in connection with Winsler? Where am I sitting?
You are like diagonal across the table.
I'm gonna like take out a handkerchief and be like, "Can you pass this down to Winsler, please?"
I'll give it to him, but I'm
Dab.
snickering.
Absolutely.
I dabbed my afflicted eye.
Everyone is snickling. Winsler.
Snickling.
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 I love it.
Did I say snickling?
Yes.
Snickling.
Yeah.
So I'm just having a good time. I'm sorry. Winsler, it's your turn.
I'm
Who-
going
declare
to
your target.
I am declaring my target to be Silvi.
Oh
shit.
boy. Okay.
Okay. Time to launch the precious copper piece into the atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
That's a 4.
A 4. You bounce it. Your depth perception is messed up because you have one eye kind of
I
squinted,
figured.
and it just bounces once very close to you, and then like bounces a second time, and then rolls along the table and falls off onto the floor.
Aw.
Aww.
You have missed the cup entirely.
I
You've got
missed.
no one's cup.
I
You
missed.
get to punish existence itself.
You get to punish the floor. You need to pee on it.
Whoa!
What?
None of us are drunk enough for that.
What?
Not
Um,
yet. Is this tea like fermented in
It is-
any way?
The tea is not fermented in any way.
Dang it.
It's now Lucia's turn, and she is going to target Serenepth
Okay.
and bounce that coin.
Bounce
Hell yeah.
that coin. Bounce that
And it
that
just
coin.
like she bounces it, and it just like, do you know when you skip a stone and it just
Oh,
you
yeah.
hit the wave at the wrong point and it just like goes kerplunk and just drops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that where she just
Aw.
like bounces it and it just goes like straight, like shoots off the table and hits the wall or something.
Oh my god.
Like that is a lost coin.
There's
That
now
coin
an
is
impact hole where the coin landed.
That
It was
coin
so
will be found
powerful.
in like 7 years, and someone will be like, "How did this get here?" Like it is
Ancient
gone.
tales tell of a woman so strong.
And she looks very disappointed.
Poor Lucia.
Ganal,
She hasn't gotten to do anything yet.
Neither have
I feel
I. All
bad
I've
for
got
her.
is
Like,
a
I don't
sore
really know
eye.
her, but I feel bad for her.
she looks very disappointed and moderately
I
bored
go,
and is
hey,
just sipping
that
sweet
was a
tea.
really good throw. Like, you just like, that was good.
I mean, it would have been better if it had gotten in someone's cup.
Yeah, well,
But thank you very much for your
I
compliment.
to
I
punish
relate
the
to
wall.
Lucia. Team Lucia.
Awesome, Team
Lucy,
Lucia.
we need to like get Lucia an army of stands on the Discord server. Like, she needs something here.
Ganal is going to target Mira
He can try.
because you are literally, besides Lucia, you are the closest person to him.
Good luck, motherfucker.
Dang. Aw, dang, yes. It lands. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
I was just
Aw,
rolling
dang,
toilets.
yes.
Cool.
It lands with a soft kerplunk into your glass, and he thinks for
I
a
give
second.
him a challenging
and then says-
eyebrow raise. Like, do your worst.
He says, "You need to tell a secret.
Oh, any secret?
A good secret.
Okay.
Like, have you talked to the gossip?
Yeah,
golem?
yeah.
Yeah, like a secret that they would want.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Oh, shit.
I don't actually like brass instruments. The only reason I picked up the horn is because I thought it would make me sound cultured. I only like the lyre. I just play it because
This
I think
sounds
it'll
like
seem cool.
I, Luke, have a distinct memory of this, something along those lines being uttered before.
No, I
And
don't
I don't
think
know if
so.
I'm going crazy.
I mean,
don't
she
But I'm gonna let
broke,
it
she
pass.
destroyed her horn and bookworms, but
I
And
guess.
I fixed it for you, too.
I
And then
broke
she
And
it
he
walled
broke
it
it
again.
again.
Maybe
It was
that's
We don't know how
Let it-
keys
It was
work.
all her plan.
So Philip nods sagely as if he agrees strongly with what you've said. But Ganal seems like he just kind of looks at you and goes, I guess if
I
it's
wish
important.
to conjure the tiniest brass instrument.
I wish to conjure the tiniest brass instrument.
I want to make a tiny violin.
What's a tiny brass instrument?
Like a horn, but like small.
A tiny horn.
It's like a clown horn.
A torn tiny horn.
It's a kazoo,
Bad.
but it's made of brass.
Oh
It's
man.
very bad. Okay. How long do you guys continue playing this game for?
Probably a few rounds.
Ever.
Yeah.
Probably a few rounds. Okay.
But remember, we need to wake up at 10, guys.
That's not
Yeah,
early.
it's already like
Now.
you need to be. Sylvie needs to be awake for 10. You guys are like in the clear because she needs to start getting ready. You guys don't have anything to do.
What time is it at this moment?
It's probably there's no timepieces nor are there windows inside,
Dang.
but it's probably been like 2 hours since you got here because you
I
guys
have an
ate
idea.
dinner.
Why don't we ask Mr. Wiggles? He seems to know time pretty well.
Oh hell yeah!
You want to ask Mr. Wiggles?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
We
ask
teleported
him.
at
You know
11. It
who
was about an
else-
hour walk, so it's
Wait.
like, what, 2 a.m.?
Do you know who else would probably have a really good idea of what time it is because of the feat that she took at level 4?
What?
Integrity.
Yeah, but this is... Oh no, this is a real world. This is not like a different plane.
Is it though? Yeah, you know exactly what time it is. It's
Okay.
like 2:15.
I'm gonna point my finger up.
Licks hand.
I'm gonna lick my finger, put my finger up, and be like, time. And then I get the signal, and
Like wind.
What?
Like what
You have to
direction
like
the
keep
wind is
saying it
going.
to like hit the right frequency, and then just like numbers.
Connection's a bit spotty in the mountains.
and then
I only have 2 bars. What's going on?
It's 250. It's 250.
2:15.
It's 2:15. 2:15. Sorry, I have problems with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is after probably 4 or so rounds. So Sylvie's going to say, "Oh, geez, we should go to bed. I should go to bed. You all should go to bed."
Yeah, I guess.
Probably a good idea.
You go to bed. You go to bed.
Everybody
All of
goes to
us.
bed.
Go to
Look
bed.
under your chair. There's a pillow.
I have
Um,
something I wish to do after everybody goes to sleep, though.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I head to bed.
So everyone goes in their rooms. You fasten the little cloth doors. There's like a little, like you know, on a dock, there's like the little rope
Yes.
hook.
Yes.
It's like one of those, and there's like little ropes on on like the right hand side of these fabric doors, so that you can just like slide it across and then tie them so that no one could get in during the night. Like someone could totally get in the same way someone could totally get in through a wooden door, but it's just like a barrier of entry. Like it won't blow open in the wind, right? And everyone gets in their bedrolls. Sylvie gets in her bed and goes to bed. Winsler, you're in a small, cramped storage cupboard, right next to, or like, are you next to one of them? Because there's 2 that are parallel and one that's like across the base. Which one did you
I will
want
do
to sleep
across
in?
the base
Okay.
because I'm not too familiar with either of them, so I will
Okay.
keep my distance for the
Okay.
moment.
What did you want to do?
What's in this room?
There's some. It's like a bunch of. It's like a storage room. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a small object,
A small
Like a-
object.
like something that I could just hold in my hand.
There's
Like
a.
I don't know, a utensil or something. They don't have utensils up here, but
They don't.
We have
They have
something
like
akin to
serving
that?
foods. They have a bunch of old or like a bunch of spare knitting supplies. So there's probably like needles.
Does
Does that not pique your fancy?
I'm gonna sneak out of the room
Okay.
and take a look
Make a stealth check.
where else I could go. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a not unnatural 20.
Okay. You set Wiggles down on the bed or on the bedroll of like a. This'll make them think that I'm still here if they wake up. And like pull
Use
the covers.
so use Mr. Wiggles as like the body dummy. So if
Yeah.
somebody like comes
Like
and takes a look,
Napoleon,
it'll
no.
just be.
Ferris Bueller.
like Ferris Bueller and a lot of other things. And you expertly sneak out into the main room
Yes.
and you see the serving spoon sitting on the drying rack.
Okay. Is there anything else other than the spoon?
Where
Where
would you be?
where did Lucia throw her copper coin? Is that still in that same location where it landed?
In the wall.
It is. You make an investigation check if you want to find it, because it is, as I said, going to be found in 7 years.
21.
21.
Man, 7 years passed quick.
I would say with a 21, you could pretty. It's like wedged perfectly between like the. It's like so. There's 2 shelves that come together, but there's a slight crack, and it like went straight in as if it was like a vending machine slot, and it's like wedged
Okay.
in the back of it. So like, if you got something, you could like pry it out, like something flat to like knock it out of place.
Oh,
You
so
could
when
get
you
it
say
pretty
things
easily.
are going to be discovered in a certain number of years, that's just
If that's without intervention, Sarah.
Okay. I will conjure up a flat file.
Yeah, like a
nail
shimmy
file,
rod, like you're gonna rob
Yeah.
or steal a car.
and just try and
Oh
get
my
it.
God.
Try and get it
Windsor's a
out.
car thief now.
What are they called?
Grand Theft Wagon.
A Slim Jim.
Yeah. Just try and shimmy it out from the.
Yeah,
from the
super
crevice.
easy.
Okay.
It does glow a bunch, but
We'll just try and hide it
from your
under.
perspective, that doesn't seem to affect anyone. And you
Okay.
do hear like you feel it give away and go and like tink and fall on the ground and like roll out towards you. You now have a
Okay.
single copper piece. Congratulations, you're a rich boy.
No.
Now
You're a rich
for
boy.
phase
Da-da-da.
now for phase 2.
Okay.
Now for phase 2 of my elaborate plan at revenge.
I know exactly what you're doing, and it's very funny.
I don't know what.
Okay, so
Me neither.
I'm gonna try and find a spot in this room where I can like sort of hide.
Okay, so the corner where like the nook or like the loom is kind of like a nook.
Okay, I'm gonna try and squeeze my way under there and just kind of hide
Okay.
in case anybody decides to come in.
Okay.
I'm going to put the coin in front of me on the ground. And I am going to cast Tiny Servant on
okay.
the coin.
So what happens to the coin, Ben?
You touch one tiny non-magical object that isn't attached to another object or a surface and isn't being carried by another creature. The target animates and sprouts little arms and legs, becoming a creature under your control until the spell ends or the creature drops to 0 hit points.
Okay. So this little coin, is it going to be like... I think it's way funnier. So out of the two faces of the coin, sprout arms and legs, and then it turns to look at you so that like the skinny side is like where its face would be, and it just like kneels.
Oh
Aww.
my gosh.
New pet.
Okay, so I'm going to pick him up
Yeah,
and quickly scooch back to the room.
absolutely.
I'm just gonna leave it open just a little crack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to is there like, I want to say, is there something akin to like a Sharpie pen?
There would be like a chalk, like a piece of marking chalk for like
Okay.
sewing stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah,
Would it be about the same size as the coin?
it could easily hold it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give it the chalk,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm going to mentally command this copper coin to sneak into Sylvie's room and draw on her face.
Oh, that's so fucking good!
What are the stats for this coin?
It uses tiny creature statistics.
Okay, perfect. That's in the...
I don't know where it would be.
This is a
I know
complete
exactly where it is.
180
I
to
know where
what
it
was
is, I know where it
happening
is.
like 2 weeks ago. Like,
To be fair,
Getting
Winsler's
further
not a rule breaker, but that doesn't mean he's not mischievous. Like, there's no
That's true.
rule against.
Yeah, plus
I'm just
drawing
like,
dicks on someone's face, you know?
The atmosphere has like done a complete 180
Ah,
and
that's
vertigo,
so true.
guys.
yeah, like this,
Murdering a dictator versus, like, sleepover party.
but not just that. But this Sylvie is
on
very
your
different
face.
from the Sylvie that like maybe because like this is her turf. So
Yeah,
she's
she's
like,
in her
Like-
element.
I guess the way Windsor would interpret it is that like, you know, Sylvie seemed kind of like pretty mischievous towards his friends, so he wants to have his chance to get back. And the perfect way of doing that is by scribbling all over her face like Jigglypuff does.
There was... Okay, let's say this. There was a round where Sylvie targeted you, Winsler, and nailed it, as she did every single time she targeted someone. Like, she
Yep.
literally never missed.
Yep.
And she dared you to, like, drink an entire bottle of, like, a weird cherry condiment, and just giggled the
I
entire
now
time
hate
as
cherries.
you
Yep. Cherries are ruined.
struggled with it. So this tiny coin is going to tuck the piece of chalk under its arm against its left flat side and salute at you, and then is going to sprint off. And I know how it did, because it has a +4 to stealth.
It has a +4 to stealth?
Yes,
Holy
it has-
shit.
It has 18 dexterity.
Holy
gosh.
shit.
So
That's amazing.
that's where we're going to end for this week, however. And we'll see the results of your chalk drawing Jigglypuff coin next episode.
Yes.
God.
I can't wait.
Sarah, can you do the outro?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. If you did, it would really mean a lot for us if you were to leave a rating or a review on iTunes. They really do help us out a lot. If you'd like to see previews for future episodes, other sneak peeks, fan art, or any general bonus Trials and Trebuchets content, you can find us on Twitter or Instagram at Trials and Trebs. We also have a really cool Discord server where you can talk with us and other listeners to this wonderful podcast, and you can find the link for that on both of our social media pages. Thanks so much.
Thank you everyone for listening. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Adios.
Peace. Student crimes.
Bon voyage. Bye bye.
Don't pull a Snufkin.
Adios.